London BlackKnights taking on the Toronto Thunderbirds.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the London BlackKnights. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without it.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
2nd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
snacks. I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you're running jive with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun. They look to throw. The defense will get their hands on it. Could be a play. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense. This is unbelievable.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And that play went nowhere. Loses in yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Yards remaining on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
The pass.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
4 yards.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
1 yard. And the Toronto first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They run the option here on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
On the play. First down, Thunderbirds.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll pull it down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the extra point.
Point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spans 13 plays.
Thunderbirds 14. BlackKnights nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. BlackKnights nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but it's still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Shoves him aside. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he has enjoyed some solid groundwork, and some good holes have been created by the guys up front.
Almost get the sense that their game plan is working to perfection, that what they worked on in practice all week, they just translated and taken it out onto the field in this ball game. And, boy, they're liking what they're seeing.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give them 32 on the play.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them early.
For a chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Carry for the running back.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one's says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's
The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield, no chance to gain any yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking left side, and it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
To number 80.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
They're rolling out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. They'll call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd down at 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
BlackKnights 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. That one incomplete there. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
First down and 10 at their own.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
2nd and 10.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down. And
they'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He can run for it, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Quickly here, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Thunderbirds 21, BlackKnights 6.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 4. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
And this one through the uprights and good. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Popped in the air, intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
A gain of 6 there on first.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And a loose football.
Recovered.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 40 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
The previous play is under review.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second and 11.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me. Trying to get...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Loss of 2 yards.
Decided to keep it that time on the option. Got out left, but the defense was right there.
And you know what happened on that play, right? Because the defense, as you said, not letting him get upfield. No place for him to ever duck his shoulders and turn upfield and gain yardage. Had to keep moving out laterally. Nice play by the defenders.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Loss of 5 yards. It's third.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
38. BlackKnights 6.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
The tackle.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Big play there. 51 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. That time a 6-play drive.
Makes the score Thunderbirds 38, BlackKnights 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
1st and 10 at their own.
And now back out comes the offense.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
To throw now on 1st down. He'll run it. And he runs the throw. It's going the other way. And his crew will take hold of the football at the 35-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Farley looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
London about set to take over on offense. And this isn't how they mapped out this AFC Championship game on their home turf, but it has been rough sledding pretty much from the start and on into this 4th quarter.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Ball carrier.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards on the pickup there.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
The pass.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And hits him in stride. He's stripped. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
The quarterback on the scramble.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
At their own 32.
London about set to take over on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
The 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. A drive that time of 6 plays.
38. BlackKnights 20.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Farley, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Farley, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
This is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.